Hey guys, let's talk about why I do not hold any batteries and why I think you should not hold batteries as well. Technically, batteries are not considered exactly hazardous, and a lot of times the broker or the shipper, once we want to ship the batteries, we will say we are shipping the non-hazmat batteries, and everyone else thinking that, oh, it's okay, it's non-hazmat batteries, right? The challenge of that is, yes, those are non-hazmat batteries until something happens. And now just check this out. These few things can happen anytime during the in transit. So imagine this: you pick up non-hazmat batteries. Now you get pulled over on the scale. We check your load, and we learn that the batteries are not properly braced and secured. And I'm not talking about pallets being unsecured. I'm talking about proper way, the way the DOT requires shipping of batteries. If that happens, it automatically recategorized into hazmat load. At that point, if you are a non-hazmat driver, you're in trouble. The carrier, the company that you're hauling for, if we're non-hazmat certified, we are in trouble. Everyone is in trouble. And when you think about it, nobody picked up a hazmat load in the first place. I'm not gonna go into really deep, sad horror story that I lived through with batteries, and this is the reason why I don't hold them, and I suggest anybody else not to do that as well. Once that happens, everything changes. The carrier is recategorized into hazmat carrier. Now, if there is an audit, we will be asked the questions that the hazmat carrier is going to be asked, which means obviously a non-hazmat carrier does not have hazmat insurance. Non-hazmat carrier does not have hazmat dispatch training. Non-hazmat carrier probably does not have drivers that has a hazmat category. And all that is going to go against you as a driver and against the carrier, the company, and so on. Now you say, but it's not our fault because the load was saying, it was on the bill of lading saying non-hazmat. The broker said it's non-hazmat. It's actually black on white. It's in writing. I get that. You can probably go through the court system and prove it. And still, you may be able to prove that you should not be financially liable for it because you were kind of almost scammed, if you ask me, about this whole situation. But how much money is going to cost you to go through the system, and you're still probably going to lose, because once you sign for that load, it's on you, it's your responsibility. Now let's talk about another scenario. The deer ran on the road, right? You jammed on brakes, 2 batteries fell off the pallet. That's it, it's a hazmat load, just like that. So you picked up non-hazmat load with all the paperwork saying it's a non-hazmat load. 2 batteries fell off the pallet. It's a hazmat load. It's unfair. If you ask me, this is extremely unfair. I do not think this is how it should work. I think there is a hole in the system as far as the batteries goes. Because how in the hell you can pick up a non-hazmat load and end up having a hazmat load on your trailer? I really do not understand that. Another challenge that we see here is how the driver who does not have a hazmat endorsement, once he gets loaded with batteries that should be properly braced and secured based on hazmat regulations, how is a non-hazmat driver supposed to know what is a correct way to brace and secure the batteries? But at the end of the day, anything that happens between the shipper and receiver, it's all on you. It's all your responsibility, legally, financially, and everything else. So stay out of trouble. Say no to batteries. Let the hazmat carriers do those batteries. At least, we know what they're doing, I would assume.